What's your point of view? It is your view. Point of view, point of view. What's your point of view? Tell me what's your point of view? What's your point of view? Tell me. What's your point of view? It is your view. Point of view, point of view. What's your point of view? It's time to hear from you. Welcome to Point of View.
Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. We are here with Steve Fischer. Hi Steve, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great. Can you share with us a little bit about the Faces of Our Fathers Film Festival?
Sure. That was good. It was with the tongue twister.
With the tongue twister.
Yeah. The Faces of Our Fathers Film Festival. If you had to do it, I had to do it. We were talking about at the Housing Authority, where this group calling itself Fathers Are Talking joined the conversation, which got off the ground over a year ago now, and it's really gained some traction. Little by little over the year, more fathers have come around and engaged in conversation on many of the topics that we all feel need to be talked about, that are holding back positive fatherhood in our communities. So a year plus into it, as momentum has picked up, the idea came about to do a film festival, largely the brainchild of Butch Slaughter, who I'm sure you've spoken to tonight. This was a way of really opening our doors to a lot of people to engage some of the same topics we've been talking about in small groups all year long. And we need the greater community's feedback, we feel, to let us know that what we're doing is worthwhile and appreciated. And now and again, when we've done a larger type thing like this, we've never done a film festival before, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. So it motivates us to keep going, and we need that, because anytime you're trying to build a movement, there's a lot of fits and starts, and some days you say to yourself, is it worthwhile? Is it worth the effort? So you need some kind of public feedback to let you know that people are behind you, and yeah, they want you to keep going. And I think we seem to consistently get from large groups, yes, keep going. Sometimes the negative parts of fatherhood get swept under the rug and nobody addresses them, and then they just get worse. And so if you can pull fathers in and among themselves they can open up and start to address some of their problems, then maybe they'll work out their problems, and that will just be better for the family as a whole.
Now, Butch has done an awesome job with the film selection.
Yes.
Because after each film, he had conversation. So we were having conversations about the father who's the drug dealer, and the father who finds out later that he's not the father. And it was just a lot of good conversations sparked. So give us some feedback on some of the clips that you saw.
Well, first of all, that stopping every now and then for conversation, that's patterned after all of our meetings. That's what we always do, because that's the idea. Fathers need to talk themselves. They need to talk themselves out of this hole they've gotten themselves into over a few generations. The reason why the film festival idea fits so perfectly for this is, whoever sees a film and doesn't have something sparked in them to talk about after they've seen it. So this idea works perfectly. As far as the selection of films for this festival, it's fabulous, because they each kind of approach fatherhood from a different angle. The couple that you mentioned, and look, I haven't seen them all yet. I'm coming back tomorrow to see a whole bunch that I haven't seen yet. I had seen a couple of the ones we saw today already, so I knew what to expect, but there's always people in the room that haven't. And so it's always interesting to see how they'll react to something you've already had your reaction to.
Right.
The birthday present,
Oh,
that one.
wow, yes.
I only had seen that one as part of a small group,
Okay.
and you know, it comes to that climax, that climactic ending that you can't help but chuckle, right?
Yes.
So you know, when it's a group of say half a dozen people, you know, so there's a little chuckle in the group. But it was interesting to see that was completely magnified by
Yes.
every person in the room today. So it was uproarious laughter, and first thing I thought of is whenever I'm holding any kind of large meeting, use that film as an icebreaker.
That
I
is
mean,
a good
everyone just
icebreaker.
loosened up right away.
Oh,
Even if
yes.
we're not meeting on the subject of fatherhood, it
Yes.
could be something totally different. That was a great, you know, there were parts of it that just kind of lulled you into, you know, where is this going? Maybe some people might have even been not that interesting, and then suddenly everyone's on the floor.
Everybody's clapping.
So it was really,
page.
you know, fabulous job by the woman who produced that.
That was definitely
And to
icebreaker.
have her here tonight, that was great. I don't think I had put that together that the maker of that film was going to be with us tonight.
Yeah, and it was a good film.
Yes.
Now, if someone wanted to connect with the Fathers Are Talking, how could they do that?
So easy. Call me.
Call you. That's very easy.
Yeah. Call me, and frankly, there's a number of people that can be called right now. But when we do have a number at the Housing Authority with a specific extension to dial up.
Okay.
You know, if you want to find out more about when we meet or what we talk about or anything, any number of people now could talk to you at first, and then.
Okay.
You know, we'll
just
just get you
pass
to
the
a
word.
meeting. Once anyone comes to one meeting, they realize how easy it is to be with us. Just being with a group of guys who are talking about things that you want to talk about, but you're not usually in the setting
Right.
that it lends itself to it. So every meeting, without exception, sparks emotion. You know. Guys come to our meetings and they cry. I mean, you know, and then afterward they proudly talk about it.
Right.
You know that you don't see that too often.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for taking time out to talk with us.
Thanks for being here. Okay.
What's your point of view? It is your view. Point of view. Point of view. What's your point of view? Tell me what's your point of view? What's your point of view? Tell me. What's your point of view? It is your view. Point of view. Point of view. What's your point of view? It's time to hear